We're back for another week, and you're probably snowed in, cold as all get out outside. So, why don't we make us some homemade cinnamon rolls topped with pecans? You know, I went to Walmart the other night, and they were literally, people go crazy over this stuff, don't you think? But there was no eggs, no bread, no milk. They were out of so much it wasn't even funny. So, you know what I did? Let me show you. I made my own white bread. Why not? Tastes better, no preservatives, no additives, no nothing. I know what's in it, and it is oh so good. And I'm selling this $8 a loaf. You can message me. I haven't got my website set up yet, or I'm not on Spotify or Shopify. I'm sorry, Shopify. So you can either message me or you can find these and much more on Facebook Marketplace. That's where you can find them if you're interested. Now, I've also got French bread, or I've also got friendship bread I'm working on. This is called Amish white bread, is what this is called. I've got friendship bread I'm working on. I'm working on my sourdough bread, all this kind of stuff. Chocolate almond minis. They're so addictive it ain't funny. I ate the far out of them. So and much more. Pretty much anything that I make a video on or whatever, it's for sale. If it's in the candies, cookies, cakes, whatever. Facebook Marketplace or drop me a message, and it's all for sale. I'm sure everybody's on Facebook. Just go over there and you'll find me. So, like I said, this time we're going to make almond top, or I said almond, I'm sorry, pecan top cinnamon rolls. Sticky rolls are called. A little bit of work to it, but well worth it. So, before we get started, ask you to please subscribe. Helps so much, as you know. Uh, Helps me keep creating content. Please like, share, follow. I did find out by watching something last night that Facebook or that YouTube algorithm has changed. For all you small creators out there, I watched a guy that's all he does is YouTube, and he explained how it's changed. You small creators, it's not going to push your material like it used to. It, like I said, it's all changed. I noticed it wants to push my shorts, but not my regular videos. And that's why it's changed. So it's hurt a lot of people out there. So, like I said, it wants to push YouTube, or it wants to push short form, but not long or regular form, regular videos. So keep that in mind. If your views, if your all that has gone down, that's why. Keep that in mind. So please subscribe, like, share, follow, comment, and please turn on your notifications so you'll know when my next video comes out. And please share. Since the algorithm's not going to push it, I need you guys to share for me and help push it. But as you know, this is Billy T. Garden, and we're in the kitchen another week. As I said last time, I'm now going to be Monday and Friday at 5:30 a.m. My other channel, T Gardens Today and Yesterday, will be on Tuesday and Thursday at 11 p.m. I done this because I was having a problem getting my my videos uploaded, because the other channel, it takes a lot longer, a lot more research, a lot more time. This one here doesn't. This one here, there's no double takes. One take's all I get here, so I got to get it right. So I've rambled on enough, I think. So why don't I show you what we got? Okay, I have my pecans here. I'm getting ready to put in the oven. They're not toasted. We're going to toast and roast them. And put them. We're going to put them on about 350 for about 15 minutes, and that will take care of toasting and roasting them. And then we have got our, to start out with, we have milk and water. We want that warm because we're going to put our yeast in. And of course, let that bubble and set till it gets ready, and then we'll go from there. So, I've also got my flour, unsalted butter, my sugar over here, a little bit of salt, a beaten egg, and that's going to be our base of our cinnamon roll. So let's get started. Okay, I'm taking my pecans and we're going to put them in the oven. I put it on Facebook last night, but I actually, uh, my favorite bowl, I was proofing my dough, and I put it in a bowl of water in the oven, and didn't have it on, and I put my dough in there to rise, and uh, I went on and turned it on, my oven on, so I could go on and get ready to cook. And well, next thing I know, put that in there. Next thing I know, uh, I remembered about my bowl. Knee down. I remember my bowl that was in the oven. So, needless to say, I melted my favorite bowl. So, got to get another one. So, anyways, let's see if that's warm. No, not really. We're going to warm this up a tad bit. It's got to be warm or yeast will not take off. We want this warm, not hot, but warm. So, let's put that on about 15 seconds. My water was warm, but my yeast wasn't warm, or my milk wasn't warm. So let that heat up just a little bit. So our yeast will go. Okay, let's see if that's warm. Yeah, that's okay, folks. I'm back over here now. We're going to take our yeast and cut that open. If I can find my snizzers, snizzer. Okay. And we don't want this whole packet. We want 1 teaspoon of yeast. There's my measuring thing. 1 teaspoon is what we want. I'm going to double check my recipe. Okay. A tad bit more just because I'm stuck in my measuring thing. Well, we'll get that out of there. Okay. Now, we're going to let this sit and do its thing. Yeah, I got ready for the cold weather. Did you all have bad weather? I noticed, man, everything is closed. The president declared a state of emergency for Kentucky and Tennessee, I think North Carolina. Power outages. I hope yours isn't out. I hope you're safe. Stay in unless you got to go out. I think this storm is over, but a lot of cleaning up to do as usual. It's just going to be colder and I'll get out. I noticed we're looking at lows of 0, -0. Going to be one of the coldest winters we've had in a while. Okay, we're going to let that set for about 10 minutes or so. Let me make sure that my yeast count is right. Teaspoon of dry yeast. Yep, we got a third cup. I'm not fixing the full recipe. I divided it, so I had to do some numbers. So third cup of warm water, third cup of milk. It's in there. Teaspoon of dry yeast. Okay. A tablespoon of white sugar, which we got. Let's see here. I have 1 large egg beaten, but we just need a half of it. 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter, which we got, or 2 cups of flour, which we have, and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. So we're going to let that do her thing, and I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay, friends, I think my first bunch of yeast was dead or expired or something because it wouldn't work. It wouldn't bubble up. So I had to do that again. So now we're going to go on and add our sugar, our eggs. I got to melt my butter. Forgot that. So I'll be right back. Okay. Now, let me find my duha, my digda, and we'll put our butter in there, and we'll put our egg. Half of it. Just want about half our egg, not the whole thing. About like that. Yeah, a little more. Okay, and we want just a little bit of salt, about an eighth of a teaspoon. That's more like a dash than anything. About like that. Okay, get this stirred up and start adding our flour. Make our batter. Then we'll cover this, let it set for about an hour to let it rise, as you know, rise, oh, whatever. Okay, you get it. Okay. Yeah, for this cold weather, I made homemade chicken noodle soup. I made homemade white bread. I made other kinds of sweets. I made chocolate pecan bites. I've made all kinds of stuff. I love that home. I'm not much of a chili person. Chili, I like it, but it doesn't like me. So uh, I can eat it like once, and that's about it. Okay, here in a minute, we'll get our blender with our dough hooks on it, and we'll need this we're going to need it. Do you need your dough? Keep needing it. See what we're doing? I get me a stand mixer. I'm looking for one, but I'm not paying the price for a brand new stand mixer. Okay. Now I'm going to take, that's good and sticky. So that's actually pretty good. Whoops, get my fingers caught in that. That'd be real smart, wouldn't it? I wonder if, now I don't have enough people watching to call for me, so I'd be kind of screwed. Not enough people watching, but that's okay because I just like making the videos. That's fine. I don't care. I just like making them. We just want it. We're going to, until this is good and smooth. And that's pretty good and smooth. So now I'm going to take and I'm going to draw me. This is how I like to proof another way besides the oven, so I don't burn nothing up again. But I'm going to get me some hot water, like so. And let's see if this will sit in here. If it touches, no, it doesn't touch. Okay, I've got hot water in my pan here, and no, that's not touching. Okay, now I'm going to take and cover this like so, and we're going to let it sit for about an hour. So when we get there, my friends, I'll be back again. That got me to thinking, how do you proof your dough? Do you put it in the oven under with the light with a little bit of water for moisture? Do you have a Dutch oven, moisture or Dutch oven? Do you do it like me and put it over warm water? Uh, how do you do your proofing if you do? Leave me something in the comments. I'd be interested to know if there's another way to proof my dough. Leave me something in the comments. Okay, friends, our dough has been going. Hasn't got much longer. It's almost doubled in size. What we want to do, we've got a topping to make and a filling. Now, I changed my mind on the pecans. I like cinnamon rolls with just cinnamon, brown sugar. So we're going to leave them out. So what we're going to do, we're going to mix brown sugar, butter, it's unsalted butter, water, and white sugar. Now we want to mix this real good. This will be our topping. Okay, we'll spread this out in our pan like so. Okay, spread that around. Get that even. Okay, now we're going to set this aside for now. Okay, now in this bowl here, I just have cinnamon and brown sugar. This is our filling. Mix this up together real good. I do love cinnamon rolls. I know me and my wife, we've been eating a fire out of that white bread I made. Put some butter on it, some strawberry preserves or apple preserves, which I do make my own of them too. Apples, strawberry, everything I make is homemade. About everything, almost everything. If I had a cow and hog and chickens and stuff, well, and a garden, I wouldn't need to buy half of what I do. Okay, we got that. Now we're going to mix. We're going to mix. Yeah, we're going to mix. Yeah, that mixed it on my mind. Got Georgia on my mind. I actually can sing. I just don't. Okay, we're going to get our dough back. Okay, we're going to lightly flour our surface, and we're going to stretch our dough out. We're going to lightly flour. So that's the worst thing I hate about working dough. You got to put flour all over your countertop. Okay, here's our lovely dough. Now, what we're going to do, we want to stretch this out to be about the same size as our pan. About a 9 by what I think my pan's 9 by 13. Yeah, it is. We want to get this worked out. Let's see here. I don't know where my rolling pin is, but I hardly ever use it anyways. I use a cup. Seems to me it's just got as much control. Okay, see if that's about the same size of pan. Yep, pretty close. Okay. Now we're going to sprinkle our cinnamon brown sugar mix over this. Yep, folks, that's about all I do is cook. Bake and cook. That's about what I do. Eat, sleep, bake, cook, grocery shop. Yep, that's about what I do. And, of course, YouTube. That's what I do. Something like that. Okay, now we're going to roll this. That's why they're called. That's why they're called cinnamon rolls. You got cinnamon, and we're rolling it. Simple enough. Like so. Don't want to roll this real tight. Just let it pretty much roll itself. Don't push it. Got a little bit of extra here. Throw that in there. Okay. Just like rolling. Whoops. Some fell out of our hole here. Let's shove it back in there. Get that shoved back in there. We'll fold that over on the end there. Well, all fell out. Shove all the goodness back in there. Okay. Now, let's get this. Now, we're going to take and we're going to mark this into different sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Let's mark these. And you got a good sharp knife. You want to cut these apart. You're supposed to use a string, but this works for me too. If I have to, I'll get my string. But my knife's sharp. And we're going to put these in our pan over here. Whoops. Put these in our pan over here. Like so. Extra stuff on top there. Get our stuff in it. Transfer it over. Okay, now these will continue to raise. Now, it's going to be another hour after we get this done. Yeah, this is not one of our quicker things. Keep going, of course, till we're out of dough. No, this is not one of the quicker things we make. A little more bread is actually quicker than this. Yeah, I might show how to make bread. Especially with this weather and all like that. Stores running out of stuff. Well, they probably won't now unless it comes again. But people was mad the other night at Walmart. I'm telling you, it was crazy. I mean, people acting like, we're going to be snowed in for a month. Golly. I'm thinking, man, if this lasts a week, we'll be lucky. And those that run out of power and electric and all, that sucks. Been there back in the ice forms that I made one video about the ice forms back in the 90s. A few more. When they're thick. Oh well. And we got a couple of scragglers here. It's okay. Doggy will like him too. Our dog does not eat human food at all. Or, I'm sorry, our dog does not eat dog food at all. Our dog eats nothing but treats and people food. He really just don't eat much at all. It's kind of weird in the beginning because, usually dogs eat everything coming and going. I mean, you dogs are usually always hungry. Not ours, not this one. Little dude, I don't know, he just, of course, his stomach probably ain't very big, so, so, okay, I'll clean up here in a little bit. Again, I have 4 different kinds of flours. I have rice flour, all-purpose flour, bread flour, and Mexican flour. Person would never think that there's that many flours, but there is. There is, whatever. See, in school, my teachers wanted me to, they put me in Spanish class for a little bit because I was pretty smart. And I'm like, well, I don't know English all that well. Spanish, okay. Well, that didn't last long. So, needless to say, I didn't learn Spanish. But you live in America, you shouldn't have to. We speak English, okay? Now, I'm going to cover this with aluminum foil. And we're going to let it sit until it raises again. Cover this with aluminum foil and let these go again, and they'll double in size again. So there we are. But I'm going to take hot water. I'm going to put that in there and there. I'm going to drape a towel over it here. The whole thing. Wintertime. That's flour. That ain't going to hurt nothing. Oh well. So now we got to wait another hour. And then after that, we'll be ready to bake. These are my starters. This is sourdough starter, and this is friendship bread starter. So either one of them, well, the sourdough starter won't be ready till I make it, and then I'll have some of that. I'll have once my sourdough starter, once I make some, it'll be ready. But my friendship bread starter is ready anytime, and I do sell those. And then my sourdough starter, once it's ready, I do sell those. Go over to Facebook Marketplace, you can find them, or drop me a comment. But you'll find them on Facebook Marketplace under my name, Billy Teagarden. I don't remember what my handle is there, but that's where you'll find me. But you can find my products on Facebook Marketplace under Billy Teagarden, or just search for Facebook Marketplace and you'll find all kinds of stuff I have listed there. So another hour, we're going to let them raise, and then we'll be ready to bake them. So my friends, we'll be back then. Okay, friends, I haven't checked this yet, but it's been about an hour, and I'm pretty sure we're probably there. Look at there. Ain't that yummy? Look at that. Homemade cinnamon rolls. Okay, friends, as usual, like I always tell you, how do you know when it's done? You can smell it, and I can smell them. So let's see. Oh, look at that. Oh, don't that look good? Oh, let me check. I'm not 100% sure they're done. We're going to put a thermometer in the middle of it. If it reaches 200, 194. So it said 200. That's what we wanted. So we're going to pull these out. Maybe pull these out. And there we go. Now we got to let these cool a bit. My oven's shut. So we got to let these cool a bit. And then we'll pull them out. And we'll put this ooey gooey good glaze on top of them. Yeah, I think we can get them out of there. Separate them. So let me see if I can get these out of here, and I'll be right back. Okay, friends, our cinnamon rolls are out of the pan. The big one, they're right here. Okay, now it would not be complete without a glaze. So in our bowl here, I have already melted 7 tablespoons butter, 2 ounces cream cheese in there. I have a cup and a half of confectioner sugar. All we got to add is a couple of tablespoons of milk, about a half teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a tad bit of salt. That's all we have left. So I don't think this has been opened. Nope. I always keep extra because I do so much. So much for so little. That's about right. So, find my measuring thing here. Vanilla extract says about a half. We're going to use about a whole one. About like that. And we're going to put just a little bit of salt in there. Okay. And a couple tablespoons of milk. I never said what I cook is good for you, but it's better for you than what you're going to go to the store and buy with all the preservatives and additives and all that stuff. Like my bread, no preservatives, no additives, nothing like that. Just fresh ingredients made from scratch. So let's get this going. Get this real smooth. We want to get this smooth. That's good. I love cream cheese anything. I don't care what it is. Cream cheese anything. And there we have it, my friends. Cream cheese glaze. And we'll take. I can't wait to get a bite. Oh, I can't wait to get a bite. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. It's got some white places in it. That's just a powdered sugar. It's okay. Look at that. Ooh, golly. Ooh, boy. Something good to fix on a cold winter day, night, or whatever. Oh, golly. Look at that. Just drench them in that. Oh, cream cheese icing. Look at that, people. Oh, golly. Oh, make you smack your mama. Ooh, wee. Man, this is going to be good. And I'm not kidding. Mm. Look at that. What do you think? You want a bite of that? Oh, sure you do. Go in the kitchen and fix you one. Go in there and put you one together. Take some time. Got to have a few things, but oh well. And on the bottom, remember, we've got our stuff that we put in our pan, our brown sugar and all. Look at that. Mm. This is going to be, oh, so good. I know it is. Oh, man. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. You got to fix some of these, folks. That is wonderful. Mm. It's somewhere between marvelous and wonderful. Mm. This is what makes the time worth it. Right here. Homemade. We started out with raw flour and all that and ended up with this. Dip that in there. Yeah, buddy. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. Skinny people, anorexic people, you want to put on some weight, do this. For people, if you like to eat and something that doesn't come from a store, here you go. Make you some of them, cover them up. Keep them refrigerated, and you could take them to work all week, eat on them all week, whatever. All up to you. But there they are. We're finally to the finish line. Homemade. Like I said, the white stuff, that's just powdered sugar that didn't beat up. Won't hurt nothing. Look at that. So good. Homemade cinnamon rolls. So what'd you think, friends? Came out great, didn't they? I think so. Anyways, that is how we make homemade cinnamon rolls with a cream cheese glaze. Try it out. You're probably home, ain't doing nothing. Maybe going to work, maybe not. School's not in school. Try one of my recipes. Try these cinnamon rolls. They're a family pleaser, a crowd pleaser. Try them out. They're oh so good. All my recipes are pretty good. So anyways, I thank you guys. Till next time, this is Billy T. Garden in the kitchen. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. Don't forget to turn on notifications. Please share, and don't forget what I said about YouTube algorithm. Thank you guys. Till next time, keep on a cooking. Thank you guys. See ya.